for this distinguished alumni lecture series being organized from the pedestal Center for Human Resource Development of this university. I place on record my gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor for taking this initiative to enlighten the staff and the students on various aspects from the experiences of the distinguished alumni of this university. I welcome the speaker of today's lecture, Dr. S. Venku Reddy garu. Please come on to the dais and occupy the chair, sir. So I invite Dr. Gordon, sir, the Associate Dean of this college. Please come and occupy the chair. I invite the registrar as well as the other university officers who are attending this program physically as well as online. I invite our Director of Research, Balram sir, for this meeting. I invite the distinguished alumni who are attending online from various parts of the country as well as globe, because Venku Reddy sir is known in all quarters of the society. He has touched the hearts and souls of the various stakeholders in the society. That's why there is an overwhelming response to participate in this lecture, to listen very eagerly. And I invite one and all, as well as I invite our EI fraternity, who are companion, rather I can say they are the disciples of our Venku Reddy garu, starting from Jagannath Raj garu, as well as Ratnakar saru, Suryamani ma'am, and our EA faculty. Those are all the very disciples of the stalwarts. Venku Reddy sir is a stalwart. He had put in a stellar performance, probably over 6 decades. He is a synonym for the extension discipline. He is a doyen in the extension discipline. He has seen all variations in the extension. He has seen the blackboard and he has seen the digital platforms also nowadays. So he is a competent in all the platforms of our extension discipline. I think no one can replace him with regard to the functionalities of the extension discipline as such. So thank you very much, sir, for accepting, as well as I invite all the audience for this distinguished alumni lecture. Thank you very much.
I now request Gordon sir to please introduce the speaker. Thank you.
Today's chief guest of the function, alumni speaker, revered Venku Reddy sir, Director of Research, Balram sir, and all the seniors, stalwarts of this university, Jagannath Raj sir, Ratnakar sir, Suryamani madam, and all teaching faculty, beloved students. It is really, I feel great opportunity to read his biodata. Venku Reddy sir, he has completed his MSc Agriculture graduation here only in this college, and later he did his doctorate PhD program at Indian Agricultural Research Institute, New Delhi. Venku Reddy sir is known as a man of rural connectivity and rural development, particularly restructuring of the rural development in the field of extension, agricultural extension particularly. He has hands-on experience program for extension management, sustainable agriculture, institutional development, and evaluation studies and capacity building programs. So from the illiterate farming society to, he has contributed a lot for training programs to the farming community. Venku Reddy sir worked in several capacities, not only in the state, not only in the country, but across the world, across the globe. He has worked as a professor, advisor, consultant for different nations and international agricultural extension services advisor, Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Husbandry and Fisheries for Republic of Uganda. He guided in designing methodologies for implementation of pilot interventions such as unified extension services designed to implement integrated farming systems for Uganda state. And he has a specialized services he has given to participatory approach, decentralization, cost sharing, and outsourcing of extension and research activities. As a consultant, Venku Reddy sir worked to World Bank. He participated in appraisal and supervision of IDA funded projects on agricultural sectors and irrigation department in several districts of not only in India but in Africa and other parts of the world. He worked as a technical manager to second agricultural extension and training project Somalia and coordinated with different national and international agencies like FAO, USAID and IFAD for integrating and implementing the extension plans of the sub-projects. As a professor and head Extension Education Department in the College of Agriculture, Rajendra Nagar, Acharya NG Ranga Agricultural University, he was the head of the department EI, and as a head, he involved in teaching, guiding postgraduates and doctorate students, organized a number of training programs for middle and national level functionaries in the Department of Agriculture, Animal Husbandry and Fisheries. President and Executive Director for PRDIS, Participatory Rural Development Initiative Societies. I think he is also the founder head of this PRDIS Institute. So as a founder head, he has monitored and implemented various developmental programs in agriculture in the state of then Andhra Pradesh and rural development sector. He was associated with Better Cotton Initiative as a council member, member of Standards Revision Committee and Strategic Committee. He had unique opportunity when he was in as a student of doctoral degree in IRI program. He got gold medals in the PhD programs and several honors also he got, like Presidential Award for Sustainable Agriculture Development, and the award was received none other than from His Excellency the former President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. He got another award, Biodiversity Award by AP Biodiversity Board, which is received from the Uganda Friend of Uganda Award and Lifetime Achievement Award for contribution to the agriculture extension, which was received from the Dr. Daniel Gustafson, Director General FAO on behalf of the Society of Extension. In addition, he also received a special recognition award from Director General ICR and recently Lifetime Achievement Award from Vice President of India, Sri Venkaya Naidu Garu, for his 50 years of service contribution to agriculture extension in general and farming community in particular. Furthermore, in 2021, Venku Reddy sir has received an award from the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, FICCI, for promoting sustainable agriculture and enhancing farmers' income through his organization. He also has honorary doctorate to his credit. He was associated with the towering personalities like M.S. Swaminathan Garu, eminent agriculture scientists like Norman Borlaug Garu, and extension specialist, world extension specialist like Dr. Daniel Benar Garu. He also received Sakshi Excellency Award in Farming from His Excellency the Governor of Andhra Pradesh. Furthermore, Professor Reddy Garu is holding the position of Chairman of Network NGO Organization Parent, Director of JN Agritech International Limited, Uganda, Advisor Neha International, Ethiopia, Advisor Udaya Aqua Connects, and member of expert group of Agri Biodiversity and National Biodiversity Authority, Government of India. Founder trustee of Sarva Reddy Venku Reddy Foundation for Development and honorary advisor for Agricultural Extension Services to the Government of Uganda. Sir, reading your biodata, I think 60, 70 years of service is not sufficient, sir, to achieve all these achievements. It is an inspiration to all the young teachers and the budding students. Hoping that see you not only you hold the flag of this PJTAU very high and paying the way to us to follow you, sir. Definitely, sir, it is an inspiration. You are an inspiration to us and we follow you, sir. So thanking you with these words, now I request Revered Venku Reddy, sir, to deliver his lecture. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Janai Garu, I am very grateful to Honorable Vice Chancellor and also the Director of EI, Director of HRD, Dr. Jagan Mohan Reddy, and Associate Dean Dr. Govardhan. So this trio has given me this big opportunity to share few of my experiences with all of you, and this is a great opportunity I consider. You know, I get many opportunities, but I also addressed in IR, I also Alumni Association. You know, this is unique because this land, this university has given me life. And from here only, I rose whatever he is studying now. So therefore, forever, I am grateful to all the people of this university and all the alumni of the university who have also worked with me. So many people are not there here. I am fortunate I am here. So, with that few words, I express my gratitude. I will continue with vigor to serve this university and the farming community. Now I have chosen a topic, Global Agricultural Extension Landscape, Challenges and Sustainable Solutions. So I thought I should give a picture about how extension is moving around and what are the good practices, good points, so which we can also try to, you know, adapt. So wherever it is necessary. I just want to pay my tributes to my gurus and mentors, some of them who has illuminated my thinking to take this path and live with it for 60 years. And first I want to acknowledge them. And these are some of the words from which I got inspiration from all my teachers. I think I started my career of BS Agriculture and my extension lecturer in Bapatla was Dr. A. Adivirid. You know, he used to always inspire people, sing a small song. You know, I think probably all of you who knows about Telugu, who knows Himalayam pai janda paten aina manisi maraledu. Mamata Teraleda అనేది ఒక పాట వచ్చేది అప్పట్లో. So that he used to first to say that there lies the importance of extension and you are the people torch bearers, you know, to change the behavior of people, and you have to carry the load of all disciplines and then communicate to the farmers to see that they accept and adopt the technologies. From there he used to start. Of course, he used to quote also Swami Vivekananda because he is also a Shishya of Swami Vivekananda. And then I also seen another one, that is my inspiration. In fact, I got admission in agronomy, but I chosen, you know, to go for extension discipline. The only man responsible is Dr. A. Adivireddy. All those extension people must be knowing his book, the first book in India, so which he has written on extension education. Later on, many books have followed for undergraduates, a towering personality. And then when I went to the, you know, IRI, Delhi, my teacher, one Dr. K.N. Singh, is even now, if you put in Google, you will able to see father of extension in India. Of course, J. Paul Legan was in the world, but he is father of extension in India. That's what they say. So all of us today, who have occupied all the extension landscape in this country, one way or the other, his students or something like that. It has been percolating. So this gentleman, which I liked, was he got several opportunities to go FAO. At that time, very few people were there to go to United States and all that. He said, no, I want to serve my land. I want to prepare people, an extensionist who can able to serve the farmers better. So I don't want to go anything, in the, hunt of money, to any other country and all that. He has devoted himself for this discipline. And he used to say, you cannot carry an atom bomb in a bullock cart and try to win over the war. So that one still, it lingers in my mind. He says that the technology is fast changing. Lot of technologies are coming out. But you cannot have same traditional methods of extension and traditional media of extension. At that time, digital and all that were not there anyway. So, and you may have to cope up with the changes. Therefore, there is a need for more accelerated research in extension. Research in extension, not ex post facto, but experimental. We should also be able to give new methodologies, new methods, new media to carry these technologies to different ecosystems. So this is what he used to say. Then I also got, which means I am just giving a summary from where I got an inspiration. I will go to my topic anyway. Then another man, B.N. Sahai, he is an anthropologist. He was also my, K.N. Singh and B.N. Sahai were my guides also for PhD. So he was to tell me, if you want to work he used to teach an analogy of nature-man spirit complex, leading to behavioral changing among tribal farmers. Why tribal farmers accept the technologies, they try to adopt much faster than other people, because they believe in nature. They believe in the interplay of man with the nature, and they also believe in the spirit, something. So something which guide them. See, so this is the book which used to quote from one LP Vidyarthi. Probably you can also have a Google and try to see that book. It is an inspirational book. How he has transformed Santan Paraganas in Bihar with an extension approaches. So next I have seen, all of us in extension, maybe all of you might be knowing also, T&V system of extension, training and visit system of extension, which has given us National Extension Research Project. So both extension and research were flying very high during that time. It is an assisted project by World Bank. It's a very big one. I think all agricultural scientists and extension workers were jubilant with the introduction of that project in India. And it has also done, lot of miracles, in trying to contribute for food and nutritional security also. So he used to say, you can't wake up a lion, and if you don't feed it, it will eat you. So this he was trying to say in context of a participatory approaches which extension people normally use. They sit with the people, they use participatory approaches in a group, and they try to, get lot of data from them. They also try to give, problems, solutions and all that. And next day, lot of promises also will be coming there. So next day, if you don't see them, you see them after 6 months, 9 months, you have woke them up, lot of aspirations for them, a lot of thinking with them that you will do something. So if you lose your credibility, and if you don't go to them and solve their problems and sit with them for 2 nights, 3 nights and try to have, gather the data, then what will happen? Probably you cannot enter into that village, whatever it is. This is the analogy used to say. Similarly, I think I have a very big reverence to Professor Bhaskaram. He was Associate Dean of this college. He was also head of Extension Education Institute for a quite long time. Very humble, noble. I have a privilege being a student. I also privilege being there as an head. So he was also emeritus professor at the end. And a wonderful poised man at that time. He used to say empathy and emotional intelligence are drivers to change the behavior of farmers. Empathy and emotional intelligence. Today we are talking about digital technologies. I fully subscribe it is needed. to go to the last mile, to reach the unreached. But he is emphasizing human element is very, very important. Just don't forget about human element and then say everything problems in this country can be solved by only digital technologies. I have my own doubt. This is the essence of it. Anyway, I will come back to that. Then another one, Dr. C. Lakshmana, he was also our teacher in EI. So this man is a sociologist. So he has become an MP and also ambassador and all that. So he used to say group-led farmer-to-farmer extension will realize multiplier effect at that time. You know, group, we are talking about FPOs, CBOs and so many things today. And at that time itself, he said, you just cannot go to a individual farmers and, try to have a home visits and farm visits. It will not serve the purpose in the country like India, where 120 million population is there. The group dynamics, I think it is a specialty. So another one, I think all of you are familiar. Have you heard Dr. Normal Borlaug? All of you? If you have not heard, you are hearing now also, it is good. Because he is only Nobel laureate, got a peace prize, an agriculturist so far. Of course, for helping India and many other countries and all that. And I had a unique opportunity to be with him for long days in Africa and learnt. I have converted myself into an agronomist, into an entomologist and everything in the walking in the field with him. So Normal Borlaug, at the end of his, African tours and all that, asked me in a press conference, where are men in Uganda? So I have been showing them everything is only woman-led extension, woman-led agriculture there. Shambas are managed by women. Only what men will do, they take and then sell that food, drink and then come home. So therefore, he has a very good question. You have not shown me anyone, at least in all the two. Then he was advising. I think in these African countries today, we have to write a book on men in Uganda, not in women in the agriculture. Women are there already. So in other words, he was trying to indirectly emphasize on gender balance. What I mean to say, gender balance is a must. Family approach is a must. We cannot isolate, trying to say both of them are important. If a family approach, one try to adopt, you will get better dividends, better results. Unfortunately, we are segregating in many ways. It is not good for the society and it is not also good for extension. It is not also good for agriculture. So now I have another one, my own good friend. We work together. He is an FAO Deputy Director General and now Special Advisor. Decent work and labor concerns should take priority. He says agricultural extension so far has been working with men, with women, everything. But labor are the neglected community. We have not done much for labor issues. We have not done much for decent work. What I mean to say, child labor, bond labor, all that, gig economy. So all that type of things, we have not done anything. And, even formation of societies like FPOs and other things also will be coming under decent work. So he has been emphasizing about that. Then finally, our Bharata Ratna, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, I think a towering personality in all aspects. Let me say, not only is a researcher, he is an extension scientist, he is an administrator, a good orator. Everything is 4 in 1 or 5 in 1. And you don't find, I have my own doubt, another, M.S. Swaminathan to emerge may take time. Maybe there are many youngsters. All of you, I'm telling, some of you may emerge. That is a different issue. But he was trying to say changing lives and livelihoods with love for labor should be the goal of extension. So this is what he said, love for labor. Don't think that, you are penalized, you are given salaries, you are doing that one, then you cannot able to do what extension worker is normally try to do. These are the giants with whom I had really I'm telling you, God sent opportunity. I could able to work with all of them. And this is a blessing. With their blessing only, I am standing here at 80 years now. So this is all is their blessings only. So now, okay, I just wanted to flag. This is incidental flagging. We are talking about agricultural extension. See, maybe for students, many students will able to say, I have given with changing circumstances today's needs. The definitions also have to be evolved. The concepts have to be changed. We cannot read the same thing. Extension is for behavioral changes. Extension is transfer of technology. Extension is communication. This one. So therefore, a comprehensive definition which I have evolved for agricultural extension, saying that it is a dynamic system which enables farm families and rural entrepreneurs. See, today, our catchment area is not only farmers. Our catchment area for extension is rural entrepreneurs. It may be youth, it may be women, it may be artisans also. So enterprising and entrepreneurs is important to learn, adapt, and innovate by empowering them with timely knowledge and skills on technologies, markets, finance, and climate intelligence. You see, these are added. Today, as important as technology, market is important. I mean, financial literacy is important. Financial literacy is another one which we may have to take it up. Similarly, I think climate intelligence is also very important to enable them to make rational decisions for sustainable income. Sustainable is a key. Livelihoods, resilience, and prosperity. Okay? The final end product is prosperity. How do you get prosperity? Not generating income only. See, not generating income and misusing the income, abusing the income, and spending it for many other things, than your needs. Therefore, another role of extension should be lifestyle management. See, after they get their income, how do they use it? How should they productively use it in order to see that their assets are built up and we can see happy, satisfying families? That is prosperity. So prosperity will not end with money. So therefore, there is another dimension of extension which I am trying to say here. Now I will just to pass on this one because all of you know about it. Global agriculture, some of the challenges all of you know. Food and nutritional security, not only the production, quality. Today we are lacking behind the quality. Therefore, our exports are not commensurating with the production. Paddy, everywhere, Telangana, Andhra and everything. How much it is exported is the key. Otherwise, you don't get the prices also in the market, etc. Then we also know intensive agriculture, paddy after paddy, paddy after paddy, 3 times paddy. So this is becoming a slogan wherever you have water. Even people are trying to convince that you go for alternative crops. It is difficult. It is difficult what I mean to say, but we have to try. That's a different issue. Soil degradation, pest resistance, loss of biodiversity, climate change, all these are after effects. Then agricultural extension have been focusing so far more on crops. Let us try to globally also. I will show you globally also. But what we need is more focus should also come on livestock, fisheries and forest. See, actually GDP, the contribution of livestock, horticulture and fisheries is much more. In fact, fisheries is dominating these days. But can we able to develop a fisheries extension much more with a research, R&D, livestock extension with much more vigor, and also forestry extension also. Forestry is also becoming a very important one. This is certain things, so the global challenges are there. How to rectify that? We will come back. And the lack of knowledge and skills of extension workers on modern technologies. Even I am 60 years in this field, 50 years. Frankly telling, basically I can operate my mobile. And, computer for some messages. I am not very well acquainted with robotics. I am not very well acquainted with remote sensing applications, blockchain technologies, AI. Everybody is talking AI. Of course. Then data analytics, precision farming. Now quantum computers also have come up. So all these technologies are coming up. So of course, if I do not know, nothing is going to happen to this country. But if our grassroots extension worker, our young boys and people who are being placed, these people who are here, they must be able to know all these technologies. These are the ones drivers which is now leading the world. So all these things have to be learned, not at our stage. Then farmers' distress. See, wherever you go, I think myself and Krida director, both of us together, we have developed a farmer distress index, in dryland areas. Now it is really, it has become so popular, globally. And many people are, having, indexing them and putting in the books, this and that. So while doing this study, we could able to know how farmers in particularly dryland areas, their distress. They are not able to meet, both ends. Vagaries of monsoon, climate, no insurance, no diversification of crops. So something immediately happens. You have seen also this year what happened, lot of rain and all that. Cotton and so many other crops, had a jolt. So this is the problem. And I want to see with all your youngsters, I am addressing you. I want to see tomorrow when you go to the farmers, I want to see those farmers are happy, satisfied. This distress, you have to remove it. That is your challenge, the youngsters. How do you do that and all that? Teachers are there. They will guide you. Then migration of youth and labor away from agriculture. This is still happening. Particularly youth. That's why they have introduced a new scheme in Government of India. Rural youth, migration from rural area to urban areas. Of course, Abdul Kalam was trying to say Pura or something. All these efforts are sporadic. The problem with our country, frankly, I am telling you, every scheme is a good scheme. But in implementation, for 1 year, it will go very well. After that, new scheme comes, this scheme is, wiped out. So nothing is being pushed for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. As long as project approach is being adopted, we will not go far away. We need a program approach, not project approach. Everybody in India, you talk about government, agriculture or ministry, this is a project. This is a project. I am doing a project. That project have to be wiped out from our mind. Have a program approach. Anything, if you don't do 4, 5 years, what do you get it out of it? You can't. Even you cannot make an impact study at that stage. And the gender and equity issues in agriculture, all of you know that. Anyway, then I will also give you another one, which you also know it because I don't want to extend much more. Green revolution, some paradigm shifts in agriculture and agricultural extension. Green revolution to evergreen revolution we have come. Agriculture to agribusiness. I think now we are talking only agribusiness, not agriculture. Then commodity approach to integrated cropping and farming approach. I think it has not pushed much more in the rural areas. That's why the problem. We are only talking, we are all, I don't know. I want to express really, this is a good forum. Let it go anywhere. See, we are fragmented ourselves also. Departments are fragmented. Agriculture, horticulture, sericulture, marketing, and, what not, animal husbandry. Now, universities also fragment. Agricultural university, horticulture university, veterinary university, aqua university, this one. This is causing a dangerous signal for this country. It is a dangerous signal. Integrated university only can deliver integrated research. Our director is here. Integrated research is possible with an integrated university. And integrated research is there that can be communicated by extension people also there. Otherwise, everybody is a piece, meal, communication. One time you will go and tell about crop, another time you will say horticulture, you will say have 2 goats or 3 chicken. So, and then come back. I think there is no integration unless this unification and integration is being achieved. throughout the country. I think the policymakers have to have, think over that very, very, very immensely. Otherwise, there is no scope for us to rise to the standards of China, neighboring country. See, I visited China a number of times. So I have seen it. A neighboring country, you see. And African countries are coming in the integrated farming much more than all of us. I don't know. Maybe all of us have to ponder over. I think this, as Vivekananda said, Swami, you give me one man and woman who are dedicated, I will shake the world. I think so many women are here. So many men are here. You are the torch bearer to shake this, world, to see that what is needed for the farmers, we try to give them. Then focus, thirst on technologies or eco-technology, biotechnology and all that are there. Focus is resilience today, prosperity, equity and sustainability. These are the words. Value chain management approach for all crops. Value chain management, people are trying to say, sometimes they misunderstand. They say supply chain. Go from harvesting, post-harvesting and then go for markets. Value chain should arise from sowing. In each gate, sowing, fertilizer, pesticide, if you can able to reduce little bit of cost and try to ask them to adopt the recommended technologies, then it becomes, you reduce the cost, you will also get the effect. From beginning to the end, value chain ends, until marketing, processing and all that. But not, it starts from seed and sowing, even land preparation. Everywhere you can able to have a scope, for reducing the costs and increasing the efficiency in the applications. Then extension approach, farm employment, on-farm, off-farm. I think now we should think about non-farm also. There are a lot of SHG groups are there. You have seen list of SHG groups. They can have, non-farm, enterprises, contribute to the family again. That's why I said family approach will help in the way everybody is trained in their own things and contribution will make a family prosperous, not in isolation. Then farmer-led extension through FPOs, CBOs, we are doing that. But again, I want to critically say one thing. Farmers producer organizations, all of you might have seen it. Wonderful concept, excellent concept. But only 10% of FPOs, I can definitely say, they are doing both inward trade, outward trade, everything. They are doing very well. But 90% of them, out of them, 60-70% only names are there. This is another melody. NABARD announces, we have given money, 10,000 FPOs. So you ask the NABARD chairmen themselves, they will say, how many are really functioning? If we can able to rejuvenate, to see that FPOs, CBOs, SHGs, cooperatives also. Now, cooperatives have gained significance. If they operate in the way they should operate, 50% of the load is, gone. It goes from farmer to farmer, everything. Technology will go and, everything will go. They will do demonstration. They will do everything. So now labor issues to farm mechanization. Today we are having farm mechanization, but it is a good thing, good step forward. But the problem is with a small farm, holdings. You are having about 1 acre, 2 acre holdings, 80% of the families today. Still we have to do lot of research to see that how we can able to have farm mechanization suitable to them. At the same time, you cannot replace the labor. The labor also should be given an opportunity. That's why I've said our attack should be more on agricultural extension. Now concentrate your efforts. Then demonstration today, we are not talking demonstrations mostly. Farmer field schools. I think we are also talking about in improved versions in Bangladesh. We could able to see farmer business schools. They go one step behind. When they try to teach the technologies up to harvesting, processing, and then finally marketing. Up to that school goes. It may be 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Those who are trained there, they can be our torch bearers or extension workers to communicate to the other farmers. So now new dimensions have come up. I think all of us are listening this. Startups, incubators and agripreneurs. This is another set of people. We are training them, making them to serve the community. to supplement and complement the extension efforts. Manage is doing this in a big way with about 150 nodal institutions. And digital agriculture, of course, all of you know very well. So these are the new dimensions also have come up of late. Just one slide only to show, I will not read everything. You see the problem, how many players are playing extension role? About 20 here. Of course, some I could not remember. I think you will add also another 10, I know. So all of you can add because latest you know. These are all the players, about 20. Now, what is happening? If the more number of players, pluralistic extension, it is good. No convergence. No convergence. The fertilizer company goes with an app and they try to say their own technology, not our director of research technology. So, 2 bags, director of research says you use it. They say you use 4 bags of urea. The commodity they want to sell. Private companies I am talking about. Even NGOs like us, we have a big programs coming from abroad and here, but there is no convergence. We do our Better Cotton program, we do our Solidarity program, we do our this thing, and no government. So government will be doing something else. And we have our own apps. So all these people have their own apps. AVK has an app, Angro has an app, PJTAU has an app, everything. Can we not think over in this country some coordinating efforts? I think university has to step in here. See that SOPs, a standardized SOPs for an ecosystem, for a crop is available in the apps. Only that app, that's all. See, all these people are confusing them. Farmers, so they are at distress actually. Also, this digital technology also is distress because it is not one technology going. I think the government of India, I am appealing from this, they should step up, ICR also. See that universities should be able to coordinate all aspects on technologies. They are the masters. So that a unified SOPs are developed, apps are developed, and everybody will use. It is good for NGO also to use the same. Should not be a problem. Some small variations may be there. That is a different issue because depending upon the soil situation and all that. Soil condition we are telling. If soil is very rich in potash, we don't use it. That is a different issue. Okay? This is very important. I just want to project this to show what an alarming effort we are doing, dispersed effect we are doing, confusing the farmers and causing much more distress. It is not a small distress. I think all of you must be knowing Sustainable Development Goals. Have you heard about that? SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. Students, please go for Google. So everyone should be able to master them. Okay? Sustainable Development Goals, 17 are there. Okay? Started in 2015, operated in 2016, but today, 2030, it is ending. Only 4 years we have. 2016 to 4 years. What has been done so far and all that, even FAO is also not very happy. UNDP is not very happy. Their report indicates probably it is much below what they thought of, these goals implementation by different countries across the globe, 140, 150 countries I am talking, not India alone I am talking about. But certain things, certain goals have been implemented in a better way. Certain goals, even 50% not. Certain goals, even 80% not implemented. But what I am trying to say here is extension can play direct impact on the goals I have mentioned, 8 goals. End poverty, achieve food security, ensures sustainable consumption and production, achieve gender equality, and ensure availability and sustainable management of water, soil, and land. These are some of the things which direct impact extension will have. But unfortunately, no studies have been done. What is the effect of extension or research, whatever it is, on this sustainable development goals implementation from the farmer's angle? No study, no comprehensive study has been done. Niti Aayog, it does some studies here and there, but not very impactful and comprehensive studies. See, the problem I am talking is, if we have a big study commenced, what is the impact of extension, what is the impact of research on sustainable development goals, This will be helpful to us to get more funding. Today, very low funding for research and extension. Other than that, many things which are having funding. These funding opportunities will come only if we can able to analyze and show them, look here, where research and extension has done this one, sustainable development goals have been fulfilled in few villages, this one, that one. But if you give more funding, we will ensure the whole Telangana will implement this. See, something we should be able to have a rider to convince the other people also. This is blank. That's why you don't get any money. If you take agriculture itself, they don't get much funding. Then research, less. Extension, still less. It is going like that. So therefore, what I am trying to say is, I appeal to everyone, even here or any other country, we have 4 years now. 4 years to go. These 4 years, we cannot do miracles. At least adopt 1 or 2 villages or 2 or 3 as your capacity and resources are there, and ensure all these sustainable development goals are implemented in that village. I don't want more. At least we can able to have a case. You see in Telangana, X village in X mandal, you come Niti Aayog, you parade and see. We have implemented sustainable development goals in these 2 villages. This is a model. You see this? This costed this. Give me funds, I will spread it. I think this is very much needed for all institutions also. I am talking not only university, EI, or NIRD, NARAM, many, all other institutions around should be able to capture this type of an attention to get funding and serve our farmers. Without funding, you cannot do much. So now I am also trying to give you another slide. Extension reforms strategies in different countries. There is a public extension, private extension, public, private in different countries. Let me say, for example, I wanted to say, revision of public sector extension, downsizing, cost recovery. Canada, Israel, Thailand, and USA. They have a cost recovery, which means they downsized the extension, but cost recovery from the farmers and run by on cost recovery basis, some fee-based, systems. And OECD countries, particularly, Mexico, China, and other countries, they are trying to say cost recovery. Cost recovery is not there in India. Let us say this one. Many countries are trying to say cost recovery. Not only cost recovery, I will put you one more. Levy, you tax and levy. Certain portion of the levy on the exports, portion of the levy on the internal trades also will come back to extension and research in many countries. A portion of, but here everything is, goes to the government. And private extension, if you see, pluralism, partnership, power sharing, Chile, Estonia, Hungary, Venezuela, and Korea and Taiwan. So these are some of the countries we are mostly depending upon private extension services. Total privatization, Netherlands, New Zealand, England, and Wales, private extension operation. Again, if you try to say non-market reforms, decentralization to lower tiers of government, you have Indonesia, India is also there, Uganda, Philippines. And extension is decentralized to the lowest level. We have the panchayat system and all that. It has gone, block level, district level, county level, then go to the village level, like that. These are some of the countries which have brought that, changes. Transfer of responsibility to other entries. So what happens is not only cost sharing, outsourcing extension. This is another concept which I want to say. See, suppose I am here, my organization is there. I am entrusted with the responsibility of one Mahabubnagar district or one mandal, outsourcing. They give some money, ask you to also contribute some amount, but jointly it is operated in a PP mode, whatever it is. There is a transparency, accountability in that type of things. But the whole effort will run by you only. There is no interference. So there are many, many big NGOs here. There are many, many CSR organizations. who can fund. You allocate only government, what will they do? Monitoring, evaluation, and guiding the process, both department and university. So in that way, if you outsource it, your burden also will be lesser. So the whole thing has to come from government itself is a bit difficult. There are many countries who have done that in West Africa, Peru, Bolivia, and other countries. So anyway, this I had to explain. It will take much more time, but I just given a view so that you can also search from your internets and then find out. But I am also giving you another one. Best practices in technology and extension. You say India, FPOs, which can be learned from each other. I am talking about why I am flagging these best practices. One can learn country from other country, that is in South Asia. So FPOs, SHGs, FFS, KVKs. KVK model is only in India. KVK model is not there in other countries in South Asia. So many countries want to have, type of a KVK models to be put and all that. And the digital agriculture, what we are doing, I just flagged a few things. Bangladesh is one thing very good in that one. Farmer business schools, one thing, and whole family approach. You can see, SHGs, men and women, they work together. Whole family approach is coming there. It is that we are now talking Women Farmers Day, Men Farmers Day. This year is the Woman Farmer year. So next year maybe Men Farmer year. Not like that. The whole family. So this is a good example. I have seen it also. Then Sri Lanka, they have a block demonstration. See, the whole Sri Lanka extension runs through block demonstrations, the big demonstrations, like national demonstration earlier. And particularly in plantation crops, because there are more plantation crops there. And they are also very good in T&V extension, still they are implementing with some modifications. This is only country and lot of African countries, still T&V. But we are also implementing, but few things like research extension linkages, scheduled visits. Even it has not wiped off, even in India. Then Thailand, contract farming and agricultural cooperatives, cost sharing. Agricultural cooperatives are playing a major role of extension there. Then Netherlands, precision technologies, smart farming. Kenya is a very interesting thing. We are talking about so many things in digital technology in India, but definitely you will be amazed to see in Kenya, everywhere only digital platforms. They are operating everything in digital platform. So for them also, we are giving some SOS. I think you have human being also there. so otherwise it may not go through. Then Uganda, we introduced unified agriculture, village level participator approach, woman-led group extension. So this is what we have introduced. See, this unified extension means there will be a single extension worker down. He is retrained to get little bit of aquaculture, little bit of, livestock, not diseases, but, husbandry. And he is also already an agriculture is there. So these things, what is enable him is in the unified extension, even ministry also only one, agriculture, animal industry and fisheries, no bifurcation. And even at the district level also, you have subject matter specialist and one coordinator will be there. County level also same thing. But grassroots level only single extension, backed up by subject matter specialists who is retrained. In fact, I have seen it. Initially, there was a little setback, lot of things have to be done. Later on, they have become professors. They can see a farm, resources, 2 acres farm, cultivating paddy, cultivating vegetables. They can give a map for them, a plan. How your resources can be used, combining livestock and other things in that farm, how much you will be able to get income. So they have that type of knowledge they gain. Today, our extension worker, if you send them, ask them to advise, you will only advise instead of paddy, you use this one. But he doesn't know combining their resources and other things and then giving them a plan. Because each resource is depending upon the one, symbiosis effect. So that type of a knowledge they could able to get it. So here, incidentally, I want to say, even if you go to your archives, Knowledge Commission was appointed by Manmohan Singh. at that time. I was one of the members there. Sam Pritoda, you must have heard about him. You know, he's in US now, who has brought all this TV, digital. When I was trying to say about unified extension, why not to implement, all of the people, you know, gathered, said, this country you cannot implement. You just forget. I requested him, sir, at least this note can go in our knowledge commission report. Probably in archives, I will be happy to see if it is not implemented. Then Sam Pritoda said, no, Reddy, I will agree with you. Maybe after 20 years, it may be implemented. Why should we lose, good idea? And he included that in the knowledge commission, report, which was submitted to Honorable, Manmohan Singh. So this now unified extension is there in few countries in Africa, not in one country itself. It has now spread. So then Germany, digital agriculture, partnership among private, public and farmer groups. Australia is having another very peculiar thing, community levy-funded research and development cooperatives. Partnership between what we are talking about today with BSc Agriculture people also, farmers, research, industry. I think you are also trying to put them in industry and extension. These partnerships they have developed in implementing both research and extension in Australia with industry. So these are some few practices which can cross land. Innovations in extension landscape, cost sharing. I think in horticulture crops we are having somewhere here and there, but we have not come to that level. Institutional development is also very weak here. Same, institutions are running and giving overloading, mandates. If at all we are bifurcating institutions, not combining the institutions and then bringing them. Then outsourcing of agriculture extension service is a wonderful concept. A small thing has been introduced in Atma. Atma, there is a PPP model have to be implemented. But the only thing is, I am sure, first, when Mr. Ajay Kalam was there as a secretary, he has given us an opportunity to do in one mandal. It was successful. Later on in Atma, nobody has implemented it. So that funding is, almost dark sided. So Atma, Paramatma, you might have heard of that. But it is also not seen in many areas. Then use of ICT, formal field schools, business school, I have already told. Family farming and whole farm approach. Then farmer life schools. These are also a socially enabled schools to change the people's attitude about living, their standard of living, their life sets, their habits, what they are trying to use. So these life school also are useful incubators. And I have also seen, whatever it is, as my knowledge goes in Andhra Pradesh, they have done something like Raitu Bharosa Kendras. Raitu Bharosa Kendra, one-stop center. You name it anyway, one-stop center. You have marketing, you have e-cropping, you have supply of inputs, you have also having advisory, everything in one set. I think whichever name we keep, this type of things will be very handy for the farm. And Samparka Kendras, you might have heard about that. And this is another thing what I want to say, participatory, transparent and result-oriented management. See, probably what we are talking about is only activity-oriented. How many farmers are trained? How many people have been trained? That's all. The question here is result-oriented management is not that. What changes have been accomplished out of it? How many adoptions have come? How many people have improved their income? How many people have improved their livelihoods? So this should be the result-oriented management, not number game. Then bottom-up agriculture sector management planning. This is also, I will tell you, while we were in Africa, we tried one thing, a sector management, agriculture sector management planning. How it goes is, first you divide what is the money come to agriculture, what money comes to animal husbandry, fisheries, marketing, credit, all things. Then probably you try to see them, all people sit together. If there is an adjustments needed from here and there, they will do. And if you think a particular sector needs more money, in that sector only everybody will concentrate to get the money from different sources. So that it is a balanced sector plan. Not each one is preparing their own plan and trying to implement. This is also a very good concept. Decentralization of extension services we have already done. Okay. I also told you integrated grassroots extension worker are needed, extension accountability to the community. And another last one I want to say, there are so many networks in extension coming up. Global Forum for Rural Advisory Services. It is run by FAO. It is a network of, different extension services. ISA, I think our Rashid Solomon is doing that in here in South Asia. And APSA, this is a new concept which has now come. Agricultural Extension Platform, South Asia. And Dr. Paroda is chairing this. And Sadamate is steering this. And the concept has originated from us only. That I want to say. In Bangladesh, when I had a conference, separately, Bangladesh declaration, Dhaka declaration, we said this type of an organization is needed and it is being implemented now. So all of us are associated in that. So now you see here challenges, so many. I will see all of you see here, please. Scale and complexity, ratio of extension agent to farmers is less, okay? And it is a generic problem in many countries also. The dependence of extension on complementary services, credit, marketing inputs, lack of commitment of government in allocation of resources. This I am strongly telling. Then accountability of public extension workers to supervisors and farmers. Entrusting non-agriculture, non-extension activities to extension people. Sometimes they sell seeds, fertilizers. The godowns will be there. Inadequate public funding, weak research extension farmer market linkages. Still it has to aggregate. You are doing that. But when TNV was there, this was very systematic. So now it is downgraded very much. Unless this is become strong, this linkage has become strong, there is no way we can able to proceed to go further. Inadequate research in extension to cope up with our demands. I think please note all extension professors. Research in extension, not ex post facto studies. You should go for experimental studies and try to have as many as possible to see that this will match with the technologies that are arriving. That's more important. Then weak last mileage connection in remote areas. Today we are talking digital and all that. If you go to the remote tribal areas and all that, even here we don't get signal. So 2-3 hours no electricity, my telephone was not working, in my office. This is in Hyderabad I am talking about. We are talking about remote this one. Unless we go, something like this fellow, he is inventing something. Wherever it is you go, it will come. Elon Musk. So he is inventing something. Wherever you are, it seems it will come. Then low adoption rates. You see, we are talking about smart farming these days. When you talk smart farming, all other things also should be smart enough, no? If you don't get signals, you don't get this and that, you cannot operate digital platforms. Low adoption rates due to risk and complexity, inadequate capacity building, that is very, very important with modern technologies. Lack of local customization of practices. This is what I am telling. Anything what we give, package of practices. This is the slogan. Not SOP suitable for a particular ecosystem, particular crop. I think this has to be evolved much more in research and has to be carried forward. Then weak feedback loops from farmers to university, farmers to policy. The feedback loop is very, very, weak. Then if at all feedback loop is there, farmer may say, I am not happy. The extension worker will definitely satisfy the directors and say that excellent. So that feedback will be positive only and not negative. Even director of agriculture, if you go there. Then fragmented institution and weak convergence. I already discussed about that. So the pointers for addressing these challenges, institutional reforms are needed. Convergence and institutional pluralism is necessary. Convergence is the key. That's what I am trying to say. Whatever you try to do, if there is no convergence, all our efforts are waste. In fact, we are confusing the farmers and the effort of many agencies will go. Empowerment through participatory approaches, use of appropriate media, of course, decentralization of extension, innovations in extension, I already dealt, capacity building. But for that, you need a good governance. Whatever it is, institution, you need a good governance. Good governance will come with result-oriented management, human resource development, single line of authority, program visits, concentration of efforts, so many things. You know that. Equity concerns, private public extension interface. And here I would like to say the decent work. I already talked to you concerning with labor. So decent work should be an integral part of any program implementation in extension. This is the need of the hour. Ethics and values, lifestyle management, I already told you. You got money, I go to the bar, I go here and there, that money is over. And I have lavish weddings. And see the neighbor, competitive, weddings and so many things. These are happening in rural areas today. And there is also, because we have segmented this gender, lot of social conflicts are also coming. You see social conflicts within the family, husband and wife, children, because you are not treating them like that. You are giving certain facility to X, not Y. But jointly, you are not giving any facility to anybody in the family. This is social dynamics. This is going to aggregate and, happen many things in this country. Then e-market, I just put it transparently. Okay, let's go. You are thinking about, KVKs. You want to replace KVKs in each district. That's what I heard. I think some discussion went on. These are some of the things. It is there in Ghana, Malawi, in one of the country in West Africa. District agriculture and livelihood transformation centers. What will they have? Crop, livestock, fishery, horticulture advisory. Real-time digital advisories. On-farm diagnostics, soil, water, crop. Enterprise and income acceleration. Enterprise is also there. Farm to market planning. FPO strengthening and aggregation models. District climate action plans. Carbon and regenerative agriculture initiatives, then e-market integration, remote advisory and tele-extension, community mobilization. So these are certain aspects this can deal, for which you should also have experts. An agronomist may be there, but climate, you must be smart. Soil, you must be smart enough. Like that, we should have a new type of subject matter specialist inducted in these type of institutions. Then it becomes very good. And of course, if you have that type of institutions, your extension worker also a new fellow. New fellow means not like a suit like this, but new fellow with a different attributes. Personalized advisor, I want him. Enterprise facilitator, climate and risk navigator, market and finance connector, community mobilizer, knowledge and skills in technologies, farm planner also, trustworthiness, business partner. This type of attributes a new extension worker should have. Are we having them, or can we train them to become one like this? This is the question mark now. So unless it is being done, commensurate with that, syllabuses also have to be changed. But we should have courage of conviction. We should be able to fight. We should be able to see our rights are being protected. And we should also try to ensure this flag of extension and research fly in this country. Then only 120 million farmers' lives and livelihoods will be rejuvenated. They can be in happy families. Probably now we are talking about only Bhutan, somewhere, that it is a happy country. But this is a small one. I want to see the entire India by Vikasit Bharat 45. You should become. By 30, I want the university to take up some villages. Try to see that SDGs are implemented in those villages, these 4 years. So some model villages. I think it should be our goal. And finally, my conclusion is, let us pledge to pursue the policymakers and global extension networks to create a national policy of extension for all, to meet the global challenges for extension landscapes, and to change the lives and livelihoods of farmers. I think this should be our motto. All of us should be the soldiers to fight for it. And I don't think so And there are innumerable societies I am appealing because number of society people are joined now. Indian Society of Extension Education, International Society of Extension Education, SERP, so many are there. See, if society cannot fight in these type of aspects, I think the existence of societies itself is questioned. I am appealing to all those who are joined now with our call to see that, some past glory, you call it as, and future glory also you add it. See that extension and research fly high. This is all what I want. Thank you.